Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, the stage is set for our final Thursday night game of the year between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Jackson looking to throw right away. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fields it right around the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Dancing away at the 35. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. The Browns at 4 and 10 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Back to throw. Singleton. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 88 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch every one thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And his pass incomplete.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're a man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to fourth down.
They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this will remain a one-touchdown game. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Holloway.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Glover. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Now Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited. but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
2nd and 5. Steps away to his left.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Harrison, and he's going to get this one down to the 45.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Off the play fake. Singleton. Flush to his right.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Singleton. Forced out to his left. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this, we can protect this, and make sure we keep the ball.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And some room to roam now. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now a first carry here for their running back. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Singleton. Over the middle, complete. It's Payne.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Singleton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete.
Down inside the 10.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction? That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hodges. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as they have taken the lead. So 2 touchdowns for him on the ground in this first half, and that one a thing of beauty.
And just like his last touchdown run, we saw him be patient. How about his vision where he's able to identify where the opening was? And then how about the escort right down the field all the way to the end zone from his blockers?
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. From the 6. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Singleton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll let
let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Singleton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Singleton.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Hodges. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson now. He finds his man, complete. That's Hodges. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
To throw again is Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Here's Jackson to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hodges. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll run on first down. Harrison. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Singleton. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Singleton. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 84 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
On second down now, it's Harrison, and he'll go down at the 28. On first down, Singleton. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrison. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Looking to throw on second down. Singleton dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than... And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now it's Jackson. Complete on the crosser to Hall. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. First down now, but that clock rolling. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here.
Throwing to start the drive. Singleton.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Singleton, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Back to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Cliff Kingsbury here on 4th down trots out the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we're into the final 3 weeks of the NFL season. A lot of races going to be coming right down to the wire. Before we get it back to you guys, let's check out what we have coming up this weekend on the Week 16 NFL slate. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as that promises to be a tight one. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos taking on the Buffalo Bills. And lastly, we'll be tuned in on Sunday night for what should be an entertaining one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And he'll elect
elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
To throw on second down, Singleton. He finds his man, complete. It's Payne. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Singleton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Off play action. Singleton. He finds his man, complete. It's Payne. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 17-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing...
There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Throwing to start the drive. Singleton being chased out left. And his throw is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Singleton. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st and 10, Singleton. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Throwing on 1st down, Singleton. And he rifles one incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a draw play. It's Walker. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Singleton. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Singleton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Singleton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Looking to throw. Singleton. Hard throw. Incomplete. Cliff Kingsbury here on 4th down. Trots out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is indeed good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the 2nd half and take over.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson, and he'll find Hall. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Jackson on first down. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, and he wisely will throw that one away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. Try to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. All right, ball at the 1-yard line, 4th down. What do you say?
I say go, because if you can't get 1 yard, what's the old adage? If I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win anyway. Tell your team it's that time. Who's going to get down into trenches, grind it out, and make sure that ball gets in the end zone? Who's it going to be? Let's go do it.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. Well, they knew who to turn to on fourth down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Singleton. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Singleton. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now, I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Singleton. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 1st and 10, Singleton got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first down. Singleton. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Singleton. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Singleton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Operating from the gun, Singleton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And now here come the Ravens. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Jackson.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 19. Now they go screen. It's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Browns set to take over.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. To throw on second down. Singleton, quick slant, caught by Moore.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
On first down, Singleton. Jones has it.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
2nd and 2.
Off the play fake. Singleton. And Walker has it.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 3rd down, Whitfield.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete, right around the 8. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something.
Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Browns have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw again, Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He finds his man. Complete. It's Hodges. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. No reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th. You cannot write these guys off just yet. Not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He finds his man. Complete. That's Beck. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Jackson will throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He finds his man. Complete. That's Bush. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Now the first carry for Bush. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
from the gun on third down. Singleton, a left side completion to Jones. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Let's go now.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Cleveland, it's a good 5th win for them as they play out the string. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.